This contrasts, though, Jason, with news from the NVCA's PitchBook report they just dropped about Q2, which shows that through the second quarter of this year, VCs here in the States only raised 26.6 billion. And last year, for example, in a full year, it was about 81, year before 98. And then 2022 was the insane, nearly $200 billion inflow year. I'm trying to sort out the tea leaves here. Is venture, as you mentioned, coming out of its liquidity crisis? We're seeing this fund put together. Is it getting better out there for VCs who are looking to raise capital to invest?
I haven't raised a fund since after Silicon Valley Bank went busto.
Can you get out there? Come on, we need some on the ground reporting.
I mean, yeah, I have one more year with this fund, so I think maybe the back half of 2026, I would go out and raise Fund 5. If I raise a Fund 5, you don't have to make that decision. Every time as a fund manager, you're resetting a 10-year clock, 12-year clock of your commitment. I'm 54, so I have to think, okay, when I'm 55, do I want to reset the clock to 65 years old, right? So this is where succession planning, et cetera, but this is kind of the peak of a venture capitalist's career, 40s, 50s, into your early 60s. You got enough knowledge, you got a big network, you really know how to, sort of understand the game. This is like peak years. It's almost like being 25 to 30, maybe it's like 26 to 32 in your NBA terms would be the years I'm in right now, or just do syndicate investments or use my own money to invest in companies and not have LPs. So you get a lot of different optionality that opens up to you. And when I go out, I think next year would be perhaps the perfect time to go out and raise a fund. This year is the transition year. People are just starting to see DPI. If Canva and Figma both have, and interestingly, they're both in a similar space, graphic design. If those two come out, and Stripe or SpaceX eventually, if those four companies, any two of those companies get out the door, it's going to rain so much, so many distributions on the industry. I think people will feel pretty good about it again and want to be in venture firms. They're already starting to feel that way because of CoreWeave, Circle, and other things that have had a great outing. So yeah, the industry goes through these, pendulum swings, and it feels like we're climbing up again. And it really just has to do with the singles and doubles of exits and IPOs. So yeah, I'm absolutely, if you believe the AI trade is real, and just by usage and the value of these products, there's something here that is ginormous. When it hits, when the revenue lands from it, becomes the big question. So if we were to look at something like self-driving, these companies are just starting to get those cars on the road, and they're deep in the J curve. Like, in order for those cars to be profitable is going to take a lot. It's going to take a lot of time for, a $100,000 Waymo or a $50,000 Tesla. How many rides does it have to do? What is the price? How much has been invested in that already? Waymo's probably raised, I wonder if Waymo's $15 billion in, $20 billion in. And then I wonder if the rides are even profitable now, given the cost of the car and the number of engineers and people who are monitoring those cars. Making it profitable is the next piece of the puzzle. They have to make it profitable versus existing humans in cars that have already been paid for. So you're just paying the maintenance on those cars. So it's a lot of work to be done for it to hit the bottom line.